hello. Apologies folks, one for being a bit late, got a bit caught up doing side quest stuff. Ooh, also, apologies for talking with my microphone off, again. Apparently PlayStation's changed the way they do things now, so you can't just, like, words. You can't just dive into, or you can't get it to share to Twitter straight away, or maybe you can, but like I've been blocked or something. I don't know. So I'll need to look into that. So I had to share out the tweet myself, which is a complete pain in the bahookie, I'll have you know. So we are currently on the Citadel, as you can see. We found Samara, we found Zaid, we've got both of them helping us out now. Also, catch up from last time, the game did us dirty on Tuchanka, then it did us dirty on the Citadel, and I'm unamused. I know I just saved, but saving again because Miranda is in here. I don't see her though, but she apparently has some sort of thingy update on her sister. But in the meantime, I was just coming in here to double check. Oh yeah, luckily I've almost got enough to do the Black Widow, or to get the Black Widow, which I think I'm just going to buy as soon as I can. Although thinking about it, that would also probably be quite helpful for that. Message terminal. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, recruited some more stuff and things. No, here we go.
Good to see you're all right, Shepard.
Miranda, what's going on?
That's a bit loud.
Couldn't meet in person. The Citadel is too dangerous right now. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah. With Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard's still alive?
He's alive.
So?
And right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet, but my father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
Shepard, listen. I'm being hunted by Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
Right.
What? Why?
I heard a rumor. Maybe more, that my father is working on something for the Elusive Man.
Ooh.
Something big.
Why would your father be working with the Elusive Man? Especially now.
My father is ruthless about preserving his legacy.
Legacy?
He has an obsession with making his mark in history, ensuring his dynasty lasts forever.
And you think the Elusive Man made him an offer?
Exactly.
Well,
whatever's going on with your father can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped running from him.
You're sure?
Yes. I can't think straight until I know Ori is safe.
Be careful.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
No. I couldn't.
Fair enough. Oh, we also recruited Jacob. And a bunch of thingy. Recruited Jacob and a bunch of Cerberus ex-Cerberus scientists, including the Doctor from Project Overlord. So that was fun. just Bailey to talk to. So, as anyone who's seen the tweet might have cottoned
Effective
on,
status recognized. Please select a destination.
I'll leave Purgatory for last.
One moment, please.
The plan today is to do Aria's missions on Omega at DLC, and then do
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
then do something else.
Welcome to Serta.
Be safe.
What'd you call it? I have literally no idea what I was going to say. Well, that's awful. Yeah, and then do priority Perseus Vale to go talk to the Quarians and be like, "Oh, stop being numpties."
Hey, Shepard. I'm glad to see you. I know things are crazy right now.
Exactly. So you have to take the moments when you can.
Yeah.
It was interesting to meet Bryn. How is she?
She's great.
Oh, that's the doctor.
It's good to see her work without the distraction of having to worry about the colony.
The kind of lead
And you and
doctor
her?
that we saved, our scientist.
We're-
But she's...
We're having a baby, Shepard.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I was going to say
Congratulations.
she's with
Wasn't
Jacob.
exactly planned, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be a better father than mine was. With the whole thing right. It's,
One more thing to fight for.
you got that right.
Is it just
Bryn
weird
wants
that they
to name it
change
after you.
the face of his character
Really?
model slightly?
Yeah. Shepard.
That's...
God.
Nice.
Another one.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk her out of it. No offense.
Oh, please do.
none taken.
Please,
Good.
God, do.
So what's going on with you? Still like what you're doing?
Things are good. I'm good.
Still not tempted to come back to the Normandy?
Always tempted, Shepard. But no.
So, you working on the Crucible?
Don't get me wrong. I'm smart. But not that smart. Hackett keeps me busy, though.
How's he doing?
Holding up. If they make old guys any tougher than that, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, actually, see that whole his girlfriend being pregnant thing? I wonder how that works out if you're in a relationship with him. Like, if you do have a relationship with him in two.
What's going on with the Crucible?
That project is crazy. Freaking huge. And all these brilliant minds are working night and day trying to figure it out. I wish you could see them. Heads down, piecing it together. It's something to see. We'll get this Crucible built, Shepard. And then, we'll win this thing. I feel it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, sure, I feel it. And I'm counting on you and everyone there. Get it done.
I love it.
Believe it.
I'm glad we had time to talk.
Me too. Gotta take the moments when you can. So true. And Shepard, thanks again.
Just so true to his
for getting my
own
people out
thing.
alive.
Take care, Jacob.
You too, Shepard. I'm thinking about you out there. Stay safe.
I'm going to make this super. Oh yeah, also I've almost got like a full reputation bar, which is awesome. But where am I going? Number 4. Ah, right in there. Yeah, there's a doctor looking for help with a Turian poison.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station.
That's the
Poison
second thing we've
tailored
helped him
to
with.
Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote.
That's good.
Thank you. The General might pull through because of this.
Nice. So we saved a Turian general there. Oh, it was the back of the suit. I thought there was one of the like flaming husk looking things. Were the abominations?
Effective status recognized.
I can't
Please
remember,
one moment.
but whatever they were called in 2, the ones that exploded with fire. I thought one was just casually sitting there.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Scientist Caden Liara.
It's my money and I'm closing my account.
Your account helps fund Citadel defense. If you shut it down and hide the money under your bed, it hurts the war effort.
And if Cerberus attacks again and takes the Citadel, my money is gone. I'll take my chances on my own.
Have you seen Palaven? Or Earth? You can't escape this war. At least here you've got the Council fighting for you.
But to fight, they need money. Money this bank has loaned them using accounts like yours.
Okay, damn it. Leave the account open.
Besides, how can someplace like Sanctuary promise more safety than the Citadel?
You're right. Guess all we can do is hope for the best.
Yeah.
Elcos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
Sorry, I'm just looking for any decent striker
Elcos
assault rifle.
Combine. If it exists, we carry it.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you, Earth Clan. My people are still afraid, but they are remembering who they are.
That's good.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports.
What's that? Is this the scientist? Aha!
I think I know which project you mean. And I've got a Hesperia period statue in Bay D24.
Commander
Nice.
Shepard, that's excellent news. I'll have it sent to that project right away. Thank you so much for your help.
Not a problem. All in a day's work. So luckily we're almost done. I'm just going to check the shops for... I'm not going to talk to Caden or Liara because I'm a bit wary about the fact I may have accidentally...
Of course.
Oh,
P-O-R-A-E. No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed. Can you inform me if she's under orders not to communicate with her family?
oh.
It's been a while since I heard from her. But I would be contacted if she were injured, correct? Yes, I'm listed as her bond mate. Yes, I can hold. Her name is Tasha Poray. Of course.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
At least couples being torn apart by this war. I mean, it obviously was going to happen, but like, they really like to point it out. Carnifex. Oh,
All
yeah.
goods have been marked down with our special wartime discount.
Sorry, just the
Proceeds from all purchases go to help our men and
Casa
women
Fabrication
serving in the
Weaponry hasn't
Alliance.
forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
special wartime
Welcome to
discount.
Nosastra Sporting Goods. Our selections include rare technology upgrades from the Turn systems.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk to Liara because I'm a bit worried I might accidentally romance her. Or that I have already.
Welcome to Cipertine Armory.
So the plan is to avoid her at all costs.
Professional grade equipment at reasonable prices. That's Cipertine. We appreciate your
And I'm
welcome
buying
to
all
Aegor
the shotgun
Munitions.
and assault rifle, or sniper
Please
rifle
obey all local government
Thank you for
restrictions
shopping
when
at
bonuses and
Aegor
stuff.
Munitions.
I think we've done everything. I think. Don't have that yet. Don't have that yet. Or that. Or that. Or that. Oh no, wait, oh right. I think that's the last DLC I'm supposed to do, so I'm leaving that alone entirely, because it's got its own separate, like the docking bay did for Aria. That's got its own separate entry point into the Citadel. Don't have that yet. Can't get to these places. Nimbus cluster. Purgatory. I might have that actually, because I think I just did all that stuff. And the Cillian Nebula, I don't think I can get there yet either. So I've got to say, the kind of like recruiting your old teammates missions, for the most part, like as long as they're not actually going to join your team, they've been relatively simple.
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment, please.
Like the Zaid one was pretty simple, as was the Kasumi one.
Now arriving at ward level purgatory.
Although that could possibly be because of the...
Anyhow, enough about my armor. Let's find the gang and celebrate while I'm still here. Where'd you park?
I took rapid transit.
Come on, you have the fanciest ride on the Citadel. And I saw that new paint job.
I sold it a couple of weeks ago.
What? But you love that car.
Yeah.
I know.
You never shut up about that car.
I know.
I think it's the armor. That's an interesting difference there. Having a human and a Solarian, even if it's just like kind of one-sided, because like the reproduction for them's completely different. So there's ED and Joker. I think I talked to them already. Save just in case.
I always thought this place would be cool if it didn't involve so much walking.
If you're in pain, I could carry you.
Pass.
That's Steve's down here somewhere. Yeah, he's here somewhere, but I'm not gonna.
I've recovered some texts from a library in Reaper-controlled space. I can have them waiting for you at Bay D24 if that would help.
Really? Well, damn, it couldn't hurt. Thank you. Maybe this test will help the Asari remember how to fight again.
Cool. So that's another one of these done. Squad. Oh, look at all those Paragon points. Oh, you'll love to see it.
I know a guy in customs. Crates of Metajo from weeks ago are still sitting on the dock. My friend finds us a few loose crates. Bring me your ship. We split it 50-50. What do you say?
I should slit your goddamn throat.
What?
I'll leave that. Oh, Steve, yeah, I'm not going to go drinking with him. Because I'm pretty sure that's a romance thing. I don't want to give him wrong ideas. We only have eyes for Tally in this playthrough. And that's us done, so we'll return to the Normandy and then we'll go hang out with what's her name? Aria. Apparently this is yeah, I mentioned something about what?
The Crucible Project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way.
Ooh, somebody thinks highly of herself. I'm not saying she's right or wrong, I'm just
Commander.
stating that it's a confident remark. So I just hate having the war timer. Look at all those. Look at them all. Oh, right. The Alliance. Huh. Sixth Fleet. Cool. Crucible's got. Line. Where are we at? We are at. I'm about to do the Omega DLC. Last time we did. What did we do last time? Tachanka, and I got actually. Last Tuesday was not a fun stream for me. I was salty as all get out, I must admit. Started off with I found a bug that has apparently been in the game since it launched originally, and it's just never been fixed by BioWare. Where after like halfway through the game, after you do the Citadel Part 2, it just removes all your credits. So that was how we started the stream. Then I went to Tachanka, and what do you call it? That must have happened before I went to the Citadel again. Anyway, sorry, I did Tachanka, and I was raging because one of my pals, good old Morden, he is the very model of a scientist Solarian. Oh man, I was near tears. I'm not gonna lie, I was heartbroken. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
At that point,
yes, Commander.
Lying, I was, especially because I genuinely didn't expect it. I thought, all right, okay, there's going to be like an option to like save him or something, and then no, and he goes out like a hero, and then after that you go to the Citadel, and all hell's broken loose in the Citadel. I think I did like maybe a couple of wee mop-up things, like scan some planets and stuff. You just can't cure if you do. Oh, right, okay, I was never going to take the Solarians side on that one, because I was like... But... we've already said the Krogan are going to do it, or we're going to do it, so... I didn't want to screw over Rex. So, aye. As I said, we went to the Citadel, and then all hell broke loose, and I thought Bailey was going to die, and then I thought Bailey was a traitor, and he didn't die, and he's not a traitor, and I was so happy. And then, all of a sudden, you can sabotage it, and still tries to fix it and dies the same. Oh, interesting. But aye, so and then Thane gets taken out by Bargain Bin Nightwing. I wish I was raiding. Oh man, oh, that Kyle-Lang. Aye, Thane is such a... The fact that he is, like, basically... Like, he's not even injured, he's just, like, basically on death's door because of his sickness, and he still almost whoops that supposed legendary assassin, Kyle-Lang. I'm like... See if he wasn't ill... Hell, see if this was during the second game, you'd be pan-breed, mate. Oh, I just want to kill him so badly. And then the everything that happens with Thane, and I was it was so sad. And yeah, so I've rounded up a whole bunch of the ME2 team, like Zaid and Jacob and Samara. I've done all their missions to recruit them. I did them today, earlier, and I have pretty much 100%ed the whole recruit Batman to try hard. Do you know what? Yes. Like I agree with this assessment. And you know what? That makes me hate Kyle Lang even more, because while Batman is definitely the bigger badass over Nightwing, I prefer Nightwing as a person, because Dick Grayson's fantastic, but the fact that he's like, he's like, oh my god, I'm so super edgy, and I hate Kyle Lang so much. But so we're going to go take back Omega and hopefully unlock some cool things. And then after that, hopefully we'll have time. I can go slap the Quarians in the Geth around the head and be like, "Oh, enough of your nonsense, quit it." Also, I can't seem to find ultralight materials for as a person. Yes, indeed, lying. There is also there's a really funny, interesting bit of what do you call it? There's like a funny line after the Citadel mission. And I was just like, I was watching it, I was like, wait, hold on a minute, did they just make a Batman joke here? And I'll see if I can get the clip for the last VOD later. It was just, I was like, that's a Batman joke, that's got to be a Batman joke. Words? We'll go with that. And we'll go with that. Confirm. Oofed. Biotic boss. Because of course. My brain's gone to mush in this heat, by the way. Power damage. It's going to make it super powerful. And we're going to give everyone a 20% boost. Oh, Carnage! Nice. Damage. Recharge speed. Oof, that recharge speed's awful. It's damage. Yes. Breathe. Potentially my favourite skill in the entire series. Like, it's just fantastic. Recharge speed 35%, damage protection 10%. Recharge speed. Oh yeah. Take that. Flare. Oh, that sounds interesting. And increase damage and force. Impact radius. Damage and force. Latch on enemies with button with brother off the feet. Why not? Throw a point in there. But oof, our health and barriers are baller.
We're outshipped 4-1, and most of our vessels are transports with limited firepower.
We're not here to win a space battle, Jarl. We just have to punch through their line.
So you've commandeered a Cerberus cruiser.
The guest of honor has arrived. We can finally start.
Let me guess. You're planning on infiltrating the enemy fleet.
Exactly. We position ourselves to strike a crippling blow, then my forces join the fun.
Works for me.
If you're as accommodating the rest of the way, we'll get along very well.
Then let's quit talking and get to it.
Line, just out of curiosity, did you say
Ray,
that
move through
she's
the relay,
voiced
signal the
by
fleet to wait.
Trinity from
They only follow on my command.
Mass Effect, The Matrix? Because I have a feeling you did, but I can't remember, and my brain's acting all woozy. Because she sounds like her.
Head for the command ship.
Cruiser, I don't have you on the flight plan. Identify yourself.
This is Captain Lentz. Run voice recognition. Alpha Tango Z. We took damage. Seeking repairs.
Identity confirmed, Captain. Hold for approach authorization.
How did you get the captain to say that?
The hard way.
Fair enough. Do you know, for some reason I want to keep calling her Carrie Fisher, but it's not. It's Carrie Ann Moss. But my brain, for some reason, I keep going to say Carrie Ann Moss. No, Carrie Fisher. No.
Be patient. Get as close as you can.
Fire! Signal the fleet through the relay.
Nice.
We're through. Head straight for the station.
We're being hailed by the General.
Should be interesting. Put him through.
Aria, I knew this had to be you. You'll never make it. Call it off now.
You're barking up the wrong tree, General. But maybe you can convince my partner.
Commander Shepard, I've heard great things about you.
My partner here doesn't have much to say for you.
She's not used to being defeated. It clouds her judgment. A pity you left, Cerberus. We all sabotage ourselves in nefarious ways. Perhaps deep down you fear success. And Aria clearly thinks seeing you will unsettle me. Now it's my turn. I see you've gone to the trouble of augmenting that ship with Solaris armoring. An exorbitant waste. I've made improvements to Omega's outer defenses. My cannons will cut through you at will.
He sounds pretty confident.
Does he have Thanix cannons? He does.
So again, I say turn back.
Let's see what you've got, Oleg. End transmission.
Why is it that all the space Nazis in games are always English?
Set preset course.
I mean, I'm not really wanting to take up to defend the English or anything, but by God, they're
Omega's
always...
kinetic barrier will stop my ships from landing.
Like,
I
there's an entire species of them in Killzone.
Don't worry. We'll probably survive the crash.
Oh, the Helghast. That's it. I was going to call them the Nazgul. Oh, that's for the collectors. That cannon.
We can make it.
Aria, don't be stupid. Sound the evac.
Damn it! Program escape pods for the station.
Let's go! Everyone out! There's no time!
Let's go kill us. Let's go steal us an Omega.
Guess that asshole really did upgrade Omega's outer defenses.
So it would seem.
Just look on the bright side, when we take the place back, it'll be yours. I'm interested to see how they kind of change up the layout of Omega, because obviously you can't just show you the same place, or the same map that we had before. How has he not died from decompression?
Hope the other escape pods made it.
Alright, what's our target?
Need to hit the defense system station, shut down Omega's outer defenses so my ships can land. If we don't, they'll be blown to bits like we were.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
This is what I brought you for. Ground assault. In
Nice.
combat, what you say goes.
Makes sense. We play to our strengths.
I know where we need to go, and you can get us there.
Okay, let's move.
The other option is probably much more likely that
back.
she's actually gonna...
Fuckers.
You know what? We'll try Reeve. Oh man! Ow! I'm doing terrible today. There we go. That's more like it. Is that one of the
Die.
thingies? Try Reeve again. Damn it! I'm too excited. You mean I can kill Cerberus? What? I should really put one of those shields on, the scopes on, when I think about it, but... Nice. So, actually that's a good idea. I'll map that. Oh, hey.
Our pod took out the main exit. Use the controls to lower the blast door.
Hold on. I have a look to find.
Over here, Shepard.
Cool. There, just a jiffy.
Aria to Fleet. You alive out there?
Barely. Holding our own with the Cerberus fleet, but Omega's defenses are shredding us.
Keep my army intact, Gerald. That is your only job. Tell your boss I'm coming for him. Okay.
Oh, that's... I call shenanigans. Okay. I did hee-haw there. But before I forget, actually, I'm going to quick claymore, put my armor piecing on it, and switch back to the Mantis. I'll do that in a minute. Something equal high velocity. Get it over here. Nope. Nope. Keep forgetting that's a mechanic. You can just like jump over things. Ah.
Ground team.
Oh, what's that?
Ray, you there?
Affirmative, but only 6 pods made it. Various entry points.
Rally them to you, then head for the rendezvous hangar. Start prepping for our ships to land.
Oh. I thought that would be. See what thinking got me.
Let's hustle. Every minute, more of my ships get obliterated out there.
Yeah, I know, Arya. I'm not stupid. I'm just greedy. There's a difference. Not much of one, but a difference. Per fluctuation continue, stabilize sectors 3, 14, 15. Our set managers shut down, all personnel will be reassigned. Fair enough, I guess. Hey. Where did my AP go? Ah, whiff.
Fine.
There we go. Much better.
Getting close. Those cannons have to be stopped.
I agree. I will be there in just a moment. Cool. Don't worry, I'm not going to read everything, I just want to click on it and steal as much as possible.
The next area needs to be repressurized. Initiating.
Intruders located. Stop them here.
Die!
Charming.
Feels good to let loose. Okay.
Repressurization at 22%.
Ha! My shield's better than yours.
Repressurization at 47%.
nice wee combo I've got going now. Bloody smoke grenades. Oh,
sure.
Repressurization complete. Access enabled.
nice.
That's done it.
Let's go.
One of our pods.
We were lucky. Press on.
Lost 2 more transports. Can't keep up evasive maneuvers much longer.
We're right outside the defense station. Hold tight.
They're here. Defend the station. Don't let them get control of the station.
Fine.
Nice.
Clear. Get to the controls.
Oh, can I? Your Highness.
Jarl, defenses are down. Signal the surviving ships to converge on the rendezvous point.
Aye. Approach trajectories plotted. We're already queuing up.
Nice.
Bray, come in. Status.
Rendezvous site secured. Hangar doors enabled. We'll have them open soon.
Need them open now. My birds are coming in. Prep for reception.
What exactly is this rendezvous point?
That's where we're headed. It's a bunker I established on D-Deck for my more sensitive operations.
It's utterly impenetrable with its own secret hangar and dock.
Independent power source, life support, munitions. You'll see.
Deploy to D-Deck. Investigate and await further instructions.
So it's not really on D-Deck, right? Aria's not that stupid.
So it begins.
Mate, that's not how you start a game of chess. Because both sides need to have an equal
There's
number
a
of
good chance the General knows where we're going.
things.
Then no time for sightseeing. Bray, stay sharp. You might get visitors.
Terrific.
Take the far exit. I've locked down the way we came.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Armed Response Initiative D-752.
We're causing a stir. Good. Right. Feels good to let loose.
The man from the Girl from Ipanema. I can't remember. Somebody for Ipanema, whatever that is calling or something. I don't know. I do miss my mini games. As annoying as they were, I'm like, oh.
The Omega skyline. Now I feel like I'm back. Strange. What are those things in the distance?
Some kind of force field.
That's not good.
Well...
All Cerberus personnel, please review personal communications for updated assignments.
Some of my men.
Hey!
Fine. Omega's mine!
One of these days I'm gonna learn.
We're getting close to the rendezvous. Let's move.
No time for mini games, only main. Right, no. This is... I hate these things. So annoying. What was it? Other than running about like a heedless chicken. Another one of them. Cool. That's where I have to go. Exploration. See, this spot's prime for a... There should be an ambush here, like they just go barreling out.
I know that symbol.
Looks like a gang tag.
The Talons. They used to deface my property too.
Okay.
Warning, Omega has been compromised. All Cerberus personnel report to station.
Okay, I'll start with the Ipanema. Oh. I also just realised I haven't saved. That's not good.
The Talon symbol again.
Could be evidence of a resistance.
Might be useful.
Fair enough.
One of my soldiers by the force field.
Hello. That's not going to end well.
What the hell is he doing?
Stealth robo.
Max, take them out!
Those mechs are coming through the force field.
Stand still, you piece of shit!
Ah, reload already.
Unauthorized activity detected. Shutdown imminent.
Bastards are fast.
Nice.
Need to check out that force field.
Cool. I have a feeling
Over here, Shepard.
it's just going to burn us up if we touch it. I could be wrong.
Poor idiot. Something tells me these force fields are going to be a problem.
Are we blocked?
Not this time. Come here. This way.
Oh ho ho. I'm gonna heal.
What are you doing?
Letting you in on a secret. Down the ladder.
In a second. Oofed. What's this? This is my house. That's Turian.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Spirits, look who's back. Arya T'Loak.
Irene? I don't even know who that is.
Nyreen, what the hell are you doing here?
Playing cat and mouse, mostly. Just trying to stay alive. If it wasn't for these tunnels.
My tunnels. I'm sure glad I showed them to you.
If you hadn't, I'd be dead or locked up by now.
Arya doesn't trust easily. I guess you're a good friend.
I don't know. Are we, Arya?
Shepard, this is Nyreen Kandros, ex-Turian military. We go way back. I've got a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait. Follow us, we'll get you to safety.
I'll do my best.
Like...
Ready to put that gun to good use?
You have no idea how ready.
Cool. Oh ho ho! Got another teammate. Put 2 in a lash. Despite never using it. Turian Huntress. It's weird, you don't tend to see many female Turians. For whatever reason that is in the game. Item damage. Actually, what are other... Hello, Biotic. Actually, in fact, I'll go Tech, because she has Overload. Which I will then max. Barriers and shields by... Cool. Yes, please. I like bubble. Oh, that's tempting damage, or possibly recharge speed. More damage, damage reduction, damage reduction. Yeah. Save that for later.
So why are you back, Arya?
to reclaim what's mine.
Left something behind, I take it.
Not something. Everything.
Valkyrie? What is this? It's a shotgun. No? Oh. Oh. Okay. No. Well, none of those things. Oh no!
What's the fleet status?
Still landing inside the bunker.
Keep the enemy out. Lock it down. Now.
Lower blast doors. Lower the blast doors.
Oh, I can't go that way. Go.
Great. Why aren't the cannons online?
Something's jamming up.
Oh.
Trying to identify.
We'll flank the enemy. Get them off you.
How do I get out of there? Oh.
Omega's mine! Coming for him.
Oh, whiff.
System failure imminent.
Will you?
Malfunction detected.
I'm back, fuckers.
Seriously, there was more.
Arya, there's a Cerberus engineer in here hacking the cannons, keeping them offline.
We'll find him. Incoming!
Go away. Why is that Vulture shooting me?
Engineer is still out there.
Got him.
Cannons initializing. Arya, the
I'm on it.
Sorry, sitting on my own headphone cord there. Oh! Yeah, I'm aware. Had a bit of an issue to deal with though, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know why I hadn't switched to that sooner.
Cannons engaged. Head to the blast door.
Don't forget to stay hydrated, folks. Friendly reminder.
Nice guns. They'll keep the General's forces at bay for a while.
Let's get inside.
Bunker team, retract the bridge and lower the blast door. We're coming in.
Destiny! Oh, that's interesting. I like that it adds in the extra cutscene type things for you. For different DLCs.
We're in, lock it down.
Ah, poor woman, she's gonna die. How do I know that? She's wearing Phoenix armor. And as we all know, and as we've learned,
Arya, I know this
through the
place
games,
is built like a fortress,
Phoenix is awful.
but is it safe now that the General's clued in?
Yeah, I feel like a sitting duck here.
I have no intention of sitting around, and you both should know I assume nothing. And on that front, Nyreen, you left Omega fairly angry with me. I wasn't aware you'd returned. Explain yourself.
The truth is I never left. In fact, I went to great lengths to keep from you.
I'm not easily duped. Well done. But why?
I just couldn't leave. Considering all this, I wish I had.
Well, you always said I'd be the death of you.
Nyreen has military training. We can put her to good use.
You're so quick to trust, huh, Shepard? Nyreen never approved of Omega's, what did you call it? Moral bankruptcy? Are you willing to help defend it now?
You'll find me very willing to liberate this station.
Your combat
Nice.
skills seem a little rusty, but you're still a good shot. See my duty, officer.
Yeah. I was really childish and make a glass, but I can't seem to stop myself.
Right. Keep an eye on her.
Will do.
All right, Shepard, we need to move fast. I'm itching for revenge.
You'll do what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm not
And
gonna...
here I thought you might come here trying to change me.
What's the point?
Once
The
up and running, this
several-hundred-year-old
bunker will
Asari.
provide recon and secret access to much of the station. I'd appreciate it if you would quickly eyeball operations, see that things are setting up smoothly.
What will you be doing?
Checking in on my forces. I need to know how many survived the assault before I can plan the attack.
Cool.
It won't take long. Join me at the command console when you're ready.
That's fancy kayfabe lingo for have a wee wander around and talk to folk. Oh, look at all the Paragon and it's beautiful, beautiful. Squat. Save, and then.
All clear.
So Arya went the other way. So
Shepard.
Human.
Very good, mate. I think what's his face was actually talking to me.
We're here. We'll be setting up combat ships, so pay attention to the roster updates. We also lost some supplies coming. This is me saying make every damn shot count. Once
Yo yo yo! Hey Doug!
Some of you will be sent to scout for supplies.
How's be you?
Stay smart and alert. We'll have Omega back in no time.
Ooh.
Human.
Ah, I'm alright. As you can see, we're on Omega. How's the action going? The action's going not too bad. I was admittedly very salty. As I was telling Lion earlier on Tuesday, I started the stream finding out that there's a bug in the game in ME3, just to warn you if you haven't got to it yet. I know you're playing it too. Where round about the halfway point in the game, all of a sudden it just decides to rip all your credits away from you. So I was like, oh, I finished the Tachanka mission, I think, or just, no, I hadn't even done the Tachanka mission yet. Apparently this bug has been in the game since it first ME3 launched back in like 2013, 14, whenever it was, and it's just never been fixed. Because I googled like ME3, my credits have disappeared, and there's like Reddit thread after Reddit thread about it. I was raging. I was so angry. And then they followed that up with doing the Tachanka mission, and Mordin being an absolute hero.
Arya wants to talk to you.
Work.
What's the trouble here?
Power inverters are shorting, trying to find a workaround, but no go. They can probably be scrounged up somewhere on Omega. If you come across a set of carry inverters, bring them back here.
I'll see what I can do.
So we're getting mini side quests for this stuff. What went down with Mordin?
Rock, you there?
He is the very model of a scientist Salarian.
Where are you?
Oh man, I was telling Lion earlier, I was near tears on Tuesday playing that part as he goes up there and like, oh man, I was.
Commander, if you have a moment.
That was soul crushing.
Supplies are gonna be tight.
Like, cause I thought, like, surely I can.
You mean if we hadn't lost that ship?
Aye, like I thought, surely I can save him. And according to Lion, you can if you choose to sabotage the thingy.
That's it.
Everything we had is prepped and ready. It's not much. We can ask the scouts.
If you choose to sabotage the cure, then it saves Morden. Or it can save Morden, but I wasn't going to be doing that, and man, it was depressing. And then I went for there, pretty much. I did like a couple of wee planet scanning things, and then went straight to the Citadel, and everything kicked off there. I had to deal with oh my god, I wish I was Nightwing, and oh my god, I need to shoot that dude in the face. And Thane shows just how badass he is, and I did all that, and so...
What is it?
I've been tasked with increasing this command center's control of Omega's operating system.
So Tuesday was a rough stream, I've got to say.
Internal communication
It was a pretty rough stream.
I can only reach so far.
Exactly.
There are terminals in Cerberus-controlled areas, and, well, you could get your hands on them. When you find these terminals, a simple input code will give me access privileges and more influence on station systems.
Easy enough?
Good. I'll keep an eye on my board, and I'll let you know when my codes are activated. Thanks.
Cool.
Sir.
But it was a whole thing, and I spent yesterday and today basically playing RE3, by the way. Just finished RPD. Nice. What do you think of it? I'm interested. 'Cause I saw you playing it and I was like, oh, how's he doing? Because that, I'm not gonna lie, I think I need to see you stream RE3, because that would be something I think everybody would enjoy.
How are we looking?
All systems operational. Full Omega schematics coming online now.
Let's take a look. I see.
I think you'd enjoy it, I'm not gonna lie.
Those force fields we saw. The General has them set up everywhere.
He's controlling access across the station.
I think it's
what are these dark areas?
It'd be a cool shout. I'm thinking after
many sections of Omega
I finish ME3.
I'm betting power is being siphoned to run those force fields.
I'm thinking about doing maybe 0 and 1.
And we'll need a full tactical assessment of all Cerberus positions.
RE. Just something that I know, and I can just kind of fire through.
Were significant. We can't field an army large enough to face down Cerberus.
What do you call it?
And we need to find allies.
Competence.
Story of my life.
We've confirmed there is a Merc gang that's still active. The Talons are resisting the occupation.
Because I have a plan for the end of August.
Not my
but it's just kind of waiting out.
Then it's time to play diplomat.
And if the current leader won't join us, the next one will.
Sorry to interrupt.
So I've got a plan for the end of August. What I was doing.
Away for a second to offload supplies when I looked
just
back.
Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to last. Well, I think I'm going to finish this probably next week.
This bunker has
just at the rate I'm
access
going.
Points to other parts of the station. Unfortunately, neither
so I'll need some
knows
stuff
them.
to kind of
Damn it, Bray.
tide us over.
If I wasn't already short on manpower. We have to focus on getting the Talons on board. Shepard, I'll meet you at the armory exit when you're ready to go. But don't keep me waiting.
Honestly, I've been quite surprised, not in like a bad way or anything. It's still.
Keep an eye out for panels. I'll cross-reference with my station schematics to try and figure out where you are.
And yes, tomorrow all things going well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm giving up.
Be funny to see. Only 2 or 3 differences.
Good luck out there.
My personal opinion, I would say go with 2, but that's just because I think it would be really. I think it'd be cool to see you play the series, but to be honest, I think it'd be. I've enjoyed your MGS streams, but I'm sure you'll pick something fun.
What's your history with this gang?
Some mutually beneficial dealings and some occasional violence.
I'm not gonna lie,
The Talons weren't even a blip on our radar until the plague in 2185.
Just
Your
the
little
idea of
war
like the
against other
shenanigans.
gangs left a vacuum.
Not my intention.
Their leader
shenanigans
Darius
would
took
be fun.
advantage of the situation and carved the Talons a bigger piece of the local drug trade.
Delightful.
Are we enlisting them because they're good, or because we need numbers?
Cartwheeling everywhere.
They're cannon fodder. We're using them because they're the only game in town.
All soldiers know they're expendable.
So
exactly. The Talons
if
are
I'm not
mine already.
mistaken,
They just don't know it yet. Just let me do
can
the
you not
talking.
cartwheel directly into people to knock them down into? Or have I just imagined that?
Looks like we fight our way through Cerberus to get to them.
Let's move.
Commander, confirming Cerberus activity in your area. Yeah. Let's see if I can hack their comm system.
That's odd. Why would they leave crates of red sand lying around like this?
Maybe they had something more important going on.
Not Darius. Profit is the only thing that matters to him. Anything else can burn.
Interesting. He's been indoctrinated. That's my answer to everything. Somebody's doing something strange, they've been indoctrinated. Oh, also, I forgot I would be a pal. Kind of voice. It's Carrie Ann Moss. Or as I was calling her earlier, Trinity for The Thing, but it's not The Thing, it's The Matrix. To be fair, I did have to double check with Lion, because I was like, I'm pretty sure it is,
One of these air shafts should lead us to Talon territory.
but I don't know for definite.
The terminal is active. Thank you, Commander.
For The Thing. Aye. Oh, datapad. Money. Aye. Oh. Right. I see my folly, I think. No? I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. I'm going to be so annoyed, because it's probably going to be something simple. Like that. Oh, for something so pointless. But aye, another thing, I decided not to shoot Kaidan for being a complete moron. It was close. It was very close. I almost shot him at the same time I shot Adina. I was like, mate, I'm going to shoot you in the face on Tuesday, but then I was like, nah, I'll just leave it.
Baz here. I've hacked into the Cerberus comms. Patching you in now.
Engaging hostiles.
Oh. Engaging hostiles. That's exactly what you want to hear over the comms.
Power's offline.
There should be a control switch for the generator nearby.
Oh boy, howdy does he. And I didn't realise that you could send him off to be like a war asset type thing. I just thought it was like you can be like mean to him or you can be his pal or whatever, and then he's...
Looks like they were using this to observe the detainment centers.
So... yeah, there was another one of them. I remember I seen it. It was a... turn the switch on thing. But aye. But seriously, like, just how daft is Kaidan? Oh, here's the person that I've known for years that's a really good person and all round
Talons are given as good
sensible. And here's Udina, who I've always known to be a bit shifty. Which one do I trust? It's just so daft. Just so daft.
Understood.
Oh, what was that? Was that? Did anybody else see that, or am I just going? There it is. I genuinely thought I was losing my mind there, folks. I was like, that can't be real. It can't be. Ah! I was incredibly slow. Hey, oh wait, oh wait. Hey. What the blaz blue? I really hate those dudes. Really hate them.
My influence over station systems has just extended by 77%, Commander. Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. Wasn't my intention. I was just looking for goodies.
I suppose.
I suppose. Wow. Massive Sun Sun vibes from Aria. Just, I mean, I guess so, Babaka. Hey!
Sure. I know. Someone get those doors open.
Nice. What was... Sorry, I'm confused as to what's going on. Who's escaping? I'm not escaping. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Oh, just need to fix my headphones a bit. There we go.
Shutdown imminent.
Oh, cheers, Arya.
Malfunction detected.
Hey. That's enough of that. Combined arms? Oh, use the 50 things. Yeah, okay, cool. Don't let them throw. Oh, they were already dead. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Hold that. I hope I'm doing the right thing reviving these guys.
Thank you, Commander.
Seems like the right choice. Switch to...
Answer now.
Oh.
Last chance, Talon. Answer one.
Answer or you dies.
What the?
Oh, hey.
I don't think so.
Oh, the third party member. She's back. As I said earlier, it's interesting to see like the Turian, the female Turian model.
Take care of the wounded and scavenge what you can. I want us out of here ASAP.
Obviously, clearly the same species, but look kind of
looks like we found the Talon leader.
My. Nyreen, aren't you full of surprises?
Arya. The deception was necessary. I needed to figure out what your plans were. The people on Omega depend on us. I couldn't risk compromising our operation.
Not exactly standard procedures for a street gang.
Very true.
When Cerberus invaded, the Talons were a mess. I brought new direction.
Okay.
The General's been hunting us ever since. Right now, he's attacking one of our outposts. That's where I need to be.
We're done here, boss.
Right. Arya, Commander Shepard, whatever you're here for, the answer's no. Kindly escort yourselves off Talon territory.
We're here to help. We'll talk about it after we reach your outpost.
That's a generous offer. Arya, does the Commander also speak for you?
Not the way I would have put it, but that's the idea.
We
All right,
need
then.
the help.
Come with me.
Cool.
You've improved your biotics since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
Nothing for the hacker. Any of those electric things? I don't know. Have to look for. Nope. Cool. Don't think she's got any. Oh, yeah, I could. Charge speed. And, yeah, that's about. System mechanic. Carry power involved. Carry thing. Carry animals. Haha, no. Wow, that was an awful, awful joke.
Rampart mechs incoming!
Wonderful. Nice. But I am going to switch back to my Mantis. Anything else over here? Just ammo.
They left an Atlas behind to cover their retreat.
Oh, overload, please.
Shutdown imminent. Failure imminent. System failure imminent.
Another carnage. Oh, didn't even need to. Oh no, that sucks. Because I quite like those Hydra missile launchers. When you get to use them, they're fun. I say I missed the heavy weapon option from 2. It was nice to always just have something with a bit more kick guaranteed in your arsenal, and you could save it for when things get a bit hairy. But could be worse. But oh wait. You're kidding me. Oh, reload first. Then activate.
This way.
Ah, oh, Jiminy Crickets. Oofed. So, nope, not that way. No, that way, no. Smoke. Oh man. That was daft. At least there's no invisible ninjas on this particular lift, because I've had my fill of ninjas for this game. I look forward to killing the one in this game, because I hate him so much. Kai Leng, he's gonna die.
I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Ha! Joke's on you, I'm afraid of everything.
Reports coming in. Additional town forces on the catwalks. There are people down there.
Oh.
Finally, a little recognition.
Nice.
Actually, Arya, I'm Target Alpha.
Oh. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a good one. I wish I could say that was intentional, but it wasn't. Girls get it done shit, man. That is true. They do seem to be pretty pretty competent. I mean, my preferred team, to be honest, in this game is Edie and Liara, because they're busted. Like, their abilities combined are fantastic. The only issue I have with either of them is that Edie's recharge rate's a little slow for some of her abilities. But other than that, it's... No.
Lockdown system's been compromised so many times it hardly knows up from down anymore. Nyreen to base. Need an engineer at the catwalk's entrance. Door's jammed again. And this may take a moment.
Haha!
You're not just using the catwalks as a secret passage to the base, are you?
A long drop is the best way to get rid of unwanted guests around here.
Oh, whiff. Oofed. Carnage.
Are those doors open yet?
They're working on it. They've hacked the bridge controls.
Oh, that's a fine reef. What in the blaz blue? DLC, the first time you see a female Turian, you notice that? Yeah, like, that's what I was... funnily enough, I was actually pointing that out, like, it's...
Doors open. Let's go.
It's kind of cool that
Hurry up.
they actually
I need
kind
to
of
get to my people.
they kind of show you more of the universe.
It's good to see you, boss.
Also, it's interesting just how different a female Turian looks to male Turians. I mean, I'm repeating myself a lot here, but in my opinion, it bears repeating. Also, a bit like the what's it called? The Krogan. Like, they're familiar, they're similar, but they're not.
Try not to interfere with my people's work.
Similar enough. Like, they're not like identical. You can tell that they're different models. And it's interesting. Oft.
Also, routine sweeps reporting nothing new on the adjutant presence.
Adjutants?
Yeah, the only problem I have
Creatures created by
DLC,
Cerberus.
you had to pay to
They
see.
eviscerate
Yeah.
victims' DNA, converting them into more adjutants.
It does kind of suck.
Some kind of Reaper-based weapon.
But
I fought
at least people are getting to see it now.
It got
which
worse
is good.
after you left. Cerberus lost control of
Oofed.
them. Those things tore apart the gangs, then attacked everyone in sight. If Cerberus hadn't found a way to contain them, the entire station would be infected by now.
Keeping your people alive through that couldn't have been easy.
I watched friends get turned into monsters. And
Hey, I've done that too. Yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an outpost to defend.
Alright, fair
The
enough.
adjutants really got under her skin.
Oof. Oh, the camera. Camera did not like anything that was going on there.
Here, we found more medical supplies.
Like what happened to Caden. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, there's part of me kinda regrets not shooting him.
Into the boss. Still no adjutants. Thank the spirits for that.
Hey, Commander. I just wanted to say thank you.
No worries, mate, no worries. Shotgun Omniblade. I mean, that's probably actually a decent mod to have, but it sucks that you can't get 3 mods on your gun. I mean, I understand why you can't, but still, it'd be nice if you could. Before I talk to her, anything else? Nah. Cool. Cheeky wee save.
Cerberus
Off
is
we go.
backing off for now. Make sure the scouts keep an eye out for the next attack.
You've done an excellent job, Nyreen, but I'll be taking over now. You know what happens to people who argue with me.
And if I say no, you'll just kill me and take over? My people won't stand for that.
Yes, they do seem nauseatingly loyal. Either way, I'll get what I want.
Not this time.
Oofed. Why don't I have a... There should be a Hall bases. Wind it in. See, the good... This is a good guy playthrough. So, I want to say that, but I've kind of got my max good guy points now. So, I think...
Open your eyes. This is a war of attrition, and you're on the wrong side.
No middle ground, aye.
You might be
That is
right,
exactly true.
But
Like,
the people of Omega are my priority.
Yeah.
You take over one gang and you think you're ready to decide what's best for Omega? Nyreen, watch and learn.
Everything's in place. The entire station's connected.
Nice.
People of Omega, I have returned.
And I brought a friend.
Cerberus believes they have beaten you. They believe they have you under control. They are gravely mistaken.
Speech, speech, speech.
You are the
We will
lawless of the
hold
galaxy.
the line.
You cannot be beaten, and you will never be controlled. Be ready. Your chance to strike out against your oppressors is coming. Together we will take Omega back!
Yeah! Just random Krogan, like...
That's your plan? Throw civilians at Cerberus?
Anything is better than being locked up like mindless animals waiting for slaughter.
I know what you're up to, Arya. And I don't like it. I have civilians to evacuate. I'll deal with this later. Alright, let's get these people ready to go. Now!
What are you trying to do?
Trying? The people of Omega, my people, love a good street fight. When it breaks loose, they'll be ready.
Yeah, they'll be dead
Nyrene's
too.
code of ethics won't let her sit by if civilians are exposed. It's what makes her utterly predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Cerberus is launching another offensive.
Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't like your little speech, Arya.
Glad I got his attention.
Commander, landing pads are yours. My people and I will hold the main doors.
Got it.
Cool. Retake landing pads. Off we go. Wait, no. Out here? Okay. Ah! Oh. Oofed! Ow! I didn't even get him. Outrageous. So I'll shoot him in the spine. Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hey, reload. Hey. Nee, nou. I need to be gander a bit. Oh, there's another one here. Cool.
Thank you, Commander.
Ah! I still didn't reload!
Shutdown imminent.
Commander Shepard, we need your help at the main doors.
In a second. Because there is almost... there has to be something in here, goodie wise. There's got to be. Come on. Hee-haw. You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it. Oofed. Yeah, who was that?
That's it. Cerberus is pulling out. Let's
Nice.
talk, Shepard. The Talons will join your cause. Someone's got to make sure you don't run roughshod over our people.
I'm a
You
good
see,
guy.
Shepard.
Let me guess. She said I was predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Yep.
Pretty much word for word. She thinks she's playing you.
Nothing new here. One thing, though. I maintain command over my people. This is not up for debate.
Just have them ready.
Oh, they'll be ready.
I'm impressed with the length of the DLCs for this. Because Leviathan was
We're almost there, Shepard.
lots of spread
The
out
Talons
missions
will
that
be
you
the
could have
frontline
done,
fodder.
but
Now we just need to bring
there was
down the
lots
force
of them.
fields to clear the way to Afterlife.
Which will release Omega civilians.
Cerberus will have 1 million fires to put out. In one fell swoop, we'll have the people in the Talons working for us.
You might not want to compromise your alliance before it even takes shape.
I've learned not to put much stock in truth and goodwill.
It might be time to start again.
Tell you
come
what,
on.
I'll take it under advisement.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be at the command console plotting our next move.
Yes, plotting.
Your attention, if you please.
Oh, had it!
Urgently,
Need to bring you in
your
fast.
attention, if you please.
Rock, can you do
Tentative excitement. Welcome to Harrot's Emporium.
I remember you.
Relieved.
Where's the
I
cigar?
am grateful for Aria's return. Hidden back room was getting confining. Her patrol liberated me. Cunningly, I have a plan to recoup my losses since the Cerberus takeover. Informative. The General threw out Aria's couch from Afterlife. Upon taking over, I would like to gain her favor by returning it. Temptingly, if you find it and send me the coordinates, I will make it worth your while.
It's not a priority, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Appreciative. Upon success, I will give you a finder's fee for your trouble.
I'll let you know.
Courteously, have a nice day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
Oh man. Maybe I don't even. Oh, increase weapon weight, but no, no, no weapon weight increases. Not if I can help it anyway.
Relax. I got this.
I think that's
Scouts
it.
are ready to go.
I've blocked enemy access to critical areas. The frontal assault should be less treacherous.
Cool. That. Oh, so I did finish the. So assist Harrot, assist the mechanic. Let me find that thing he was looking for. Oh no, save.
Squad leaders are prepping their unit.
Talk to me, Az.
I've located the source that's powering the Cerberus force fields.
Yes, I
Ooh.
see. Shepard, take a look at this.
It's a bright
The
red
General
light.
is siphoning power from one of my main reactors deep in the bowels of Omega's mines.
Unfortunately, access is cut off by the force fields themselves.
Not completely. There's an open route through that dark area, then up.
The processing plant for one of the mines. It's been powered down. No force fields blocking it.
We infiltrate there, find our way through the mine, then take that elevator to the reactor's back door.
You know, I'm just
Good
realising
eyes.
this. That looks like a
Let's go.
brain.
Not without me.
Aria, my patrol, quarter in the perimeter.
Please. You didn't catch me. We're allies now. Didn't Arya tell you?
Nyreen was expected, Bray. Return to your station.
The Talons are ready, but if I'm sending my people into the breach, I want to make sure those force fields come down for good. So like it or not, you're stuck with me.
It's almost as if you don't trust me.
It's exactly as if I don't trust you.
We're going to war together. I'll make sure we can rely on each other.
Agreed, Commander. Glad one of you isn't on a power trip.
Go wait by the med bay, Nyreen.
So, it's got two more. It would appear so. It would appear
Shepard,
so.
I have last-minute orders to
We need to
dole
blow
out.
up.
I'll meet you there, too.
Cool. Nothing else to do.
I think they have us trapped in here.
You're in first. Shepard, got a second?
Sure.
I know time is short, but I was hoping we could talk. Alone.
Okay.
Arya will be joining us soon. Now may be our only chance.
I'm not going to betray
Arya.
Arya.
Arya. I know she has to be ruthless.
Probably
Let her
why
have
you
revenge.
broke up.
I'm not doing this for me, and I'm not doing it for Arya or what we once had.
It's for the people of Omega. I get it.
Someone has to have a voice in all this. Incredibly powerful forces are about to do battle, with them caught in the middle. I just hope, as we bring down those force fields and go to war, that you can keep the people in mind.
Sure.
What's your impression of Petrovsky?
An adversary worthy of respect. And not just because he's shrewd. When I was starting to organize the Talons, he offered amnesty to anyone who set down their weapon. A few of my people surrendered, and he made good on his word.
So he has a code.
And, as near as I can tell, it doesn't exactly match the Elusive Man's.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Talons.
Are your people ready for the fight?
You needn't worry about the Talons, Shepard. They were thieves and scoundrels once, but they serve with integrity now. We're fighting for a better world. I have to wonder if the same can be said for our Asari friend. I suppose we'll know soon enough.
For we are men. We're men in tights, tights.
What do you know about the Cerberus force fields?
The technology comes from beyond the Omega-4 relay. Flesh disintegrates upon contact. The power required must be enormous. I fear that disrupting it could destabilize other systems on the station. I hope we'll proceed with care and certainty.
You're a veteran. Why are you so disturbed by these adjutants?
I know fighting Reapers is old hat to you, Commander. But these... what they do to people? They could still be out there. And if they return, I don't want to even think about what would happen to Omega's people. The image of that drives me... and haunts me.
How did you get mixed up with Arya?
I was happy in the Turian military, but when my biotic abilities started to manifest, my superiors saw fit to reallocate me. They practically locked me away. I couldn't use my skills to benefit my people, so I quit. I floated around the galaxy, looking for a new purpose.
And you found your way here?
More like I lost my way here. But then there was this beautiful, fierce creature who didn't let anyone define her. I'll admit, I was mesmerized. I wanted a little bit of that to rub off on me.
Oh, phrasing? We're not doing that anymore.
How close were you two?
The draw was undeniable. Her strengths mirrored my insecurities. Maybe deep down it was the same for her. But trying to be with her turned into trying to be her. Nyreen Kandros was vanishing.
You seem like your own person to me.
For all the drama between us, I'm grateful to Arya. She helped me remember who I am. It took a lot to break away from her, but I regret nothing.
I appreciate it, Nyreen. We're heading out soon.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
Cool. So, here we go. I never actually thought. So it took a lot to shuffle that. I'm saying nothing. Saying nothing. I'll give her the Mattock. And then switch that out for the phalanx. Do that. Aye. Irene. Aria. Don't think I have a better. Cool. Keep them. Keep them. Into the central nervous system of the thing.
We're arriving at one of the ESO processing plants. It's been powered down, so we'll have to pry open the door.
I'll get it.
Access to the mine should be on the far side.
She's whispering.
And the reactor is beyond that?
According to the schematics. I ran Omega and Irene. I didn't work the mines myself.
No. You had indentured servants for that. Spirits.
Relax. They're all Cerberus.
They've been ripped to shreds.
These adjutants, I would assume.
This.
That makes you feel any better, Neil. Get everything all sorted. And back to the Claymore. These seem to be tight, close quarters things. Probably handy to have something to blow them to pieces. I don't know why, but I'm getting Reaper AFF feeling for this section. Which I kinda like. Oofed.
More dead.
It's a bloodbath. I got a bad feeling. We shouldn't be...
Quiet. What's that sound?
Death.
An adjutant.
Oh no. The General must have locked this place down to keep it inside.
Quite possibly. But probably didn't shut it down just for one. Because I'm lucky for it to have been just one. Ooh, look at me, I can breathe heavy. Ooh. Ghosts. I wish it was ghosts. Because then when they started doing their nonsense, you know, you have the excuse that, but it was a ghost, what was I supposed to do? Whereas these things will probably just run about with the stupid Titan run and rip me to pieces.
The elevator to the mines is through that door.
It's deactivated.
Then we need to power this place up. There should be a master circuit breaker somewhere.
Cool. Before...
These pipes power the door. We should follow them.
In a minute. I have some other things to do. Oh, data pad. Priority Alpha order. Cool. Terminate anything. Extreme prejudice. Although, I'd be surprised to find out anything that Cerberus does without extreme prejudice. It's kind of their raison d'etre. credits. No.
Up this ladder.
Alright, fine, Aria. Here we go. Oofed.
Need to find the power breaker. Follow
Yes,
the pipe.
I will do that in a minute, Aria. But I must also look for goodies. I thought I could maybe jump over. That was not the case.
This way, Shepard.
You can jump up. Whiff.
The whispering's receding.
Maybe the adjutant doesn't like its odds.
Don't kid yourself. I've seen one of those things take down a squad of soldiers.
Ah, but it's no taking on Shepard. I'll blow up Reapers and feed them to worms and stuff.
Down this ladder.
Fine. I don't like that. Hold on, we'll just dump you into a big dark room.
There's the power control.
This is going to be fun. They have a cave troll.
I hope you'll focus on the civilian areas first.
You are relentless.
Yeah.
That's one thing we have in common.
Spirits!
Unload on it.
What? Wake up!
Oofed. Nothing.
I hate those things.
Hate should make you deadlier. That looked like fear to me.
All right, back to the door.
I mean, I'm sure that there's probably, when there's more of them, they're rather... Oh. I'm reloading before I go out there. I'm no stupid, I've played this game before. Badly, but I've played it. What? Restore power? Oh, alright.
Another one.
Fire at will.
Well, ever do.
Shepard, look alive! More adjutants.
We can't let them escape.
Can
try the
you beat it?
elevator again. Stay alert. All right, into the elevator.
I'll seal the door. Just in
Onto
case.
the mines. What's eating you?
Just processing. It's clear the general sealed that area to keep the adjutants in.
Along with some unlucky soldiers.
The creatures killed them, but didn't turn them into more adjutants. Can't shake it. Something's off.
You're just spooked.
There's a rhythm to this place, Arya. To Cerberus. If you'd stuck it out here, maybe you'd feel it too.
Whatever's in our way, we'll deal with it.
You can hear the drills. Damn it. They shouldn't be straining like that.
Cerberus must be working them hard.
Access to the reactor is somewhere on the upper level.
Let's find a way up there.
That's still with that restore power prompt. And now I feel like I've done something wrong. I've forgot something. No. Hey. What in the... Seriously, what on earth was that all about? With there we go. Melon popped. Oh. He's dead. He's banned, but he'd like it.
We can use that maintenance elevator across the way.
Cool.
We need to find an alternate route across.
Cool. That obviously means you can stay here. The ladder. Oh, I took him out of the kneecap. Interesting. It's actually kind of funny, like there was a tip for those Nemesis things popped up on a loading screen at one point saying you need to be really careful about Nemesis enemies because they're really dangerous, and I was like, alright, cool. And then they started popping up more often, and I was
Looks like that goes under the conveyor belt.
Are they? But like, I mean, I'm sure they're probably hellish on insanity like everything else, but just on regular difficulty, they seem to be rather.
Bastards are running this place too hot. It'll burn out in a month.
Stay focused.
Oofed. I think she got double whammy there at that Nemesis. What in the... Oh, oh right, it's that thing.
I think this is going to get us there.
Ah, here's one.
Head up.
I mean, this is clearly not where I'm supposed to go, so I'm obviously going here. Ezo hazards. We're all gonna die. It's scientists like that give the rest of them a bad name. Oh. Still need to find that thing from... They have wounded. Ash. Keep shooting people on like the wrist instead of like the head.
System failure imminent.
Yeah, like right now.
Shutdown imminent.
Thank you, Arya. Oh. She went down there. Oh no. Maybe a thing. I'm really hoping that she like knocked that down or something. And I didn't just miss a ladder. right in the middle of the map, because that'd be embarrassing. Oh.
Made it. Hit the switch.
Alright, fine.
They know our target. Expect heavy reinforcements.
Just stay focused and find the access point to the reactor.
Yeah.
Looks like Cerberus invaded here. Killed everyone.
Chakram launcher. Cool.
Now we're paying them back in kind.
I'm sure your dead workers feel much better now.
Ooh. Touchy. Oofed. That's not good. Double check. Can't go through here. Save! No, can't get through it now.
The elevator to the reactor is across the way.
Oh wait. So enough for that. So
careful. This place is falling apart.
What was the first clue? Was it all the things falling apart? I'm being very sassy, but this is taking slightly longer than I'd hoped.
Strange.
I was kind of hoping
We're not being
I'd
attacked
already be.
anymore.
Yep, be ready for anything.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to be on my way to tell the Geth and the Quarians to stop being so daft. Stop doing whatever it is they're doing so we can, you know, team up and fight against the Reapers. Because we could really use people like the Geth to save everybody. Quarians too. Massive fleet of ships they've got.
Why are you grinning, Arya?
We're almost there. When the force fields come down, this war finally begins.
For some of us, it started months ago.
That wasn't war, babe. That was just warm-up.
Right. It's funny, you people talking about war. Oh, it's basically a petty gang rivalry. All the rest of the gangs are teaming up to take out the skinheads. Well, let's not pretend that Cerberus
There's the reactor, straight ahead.
Heavily implied to basically just be white supremacists. Ooh, I don't like that. That looks like Glyph.
I commend you. Your plan of attack was impeccable.
Looks like we were expected.
More like lured.
I knew the reactor would be the hard target. I gave you no choice but this route.
Why don't you do this in person, Petrovsky? Get your own hands dirty.
I take no pleasure in any of this, Commander. You're the ones trying to start a war for the glory of Arya. But now it's over.
This isn't over until your next of kin can't identify you.
I love your bravado, but have the sense to know when you're beaten. You've been neutralized, and I can leave you there to rot. You might as well give up.
Never!
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Aria, what are you thinking?
I'm not going out like this. Aria, don't!
What the hell is she trying to do?
What's it look like?
Damn
You tried
it,
to
Aria,
apply.
you're forcing my hand.
You tried to apply logic and reason to somebody who runs on complete nonsense.
Weapons engaged. Failure imminent.
You know, I'm gonna switch that to my
Failure imminent.
Oofed.
Will do.
Shutdown imminent.
Reload. That is no fun.
No!
Oh. Oh.
Shepard, I can't hold this much longer! Go!
Spirits, Aria. How did you know you could do that?
Didn't. Oh. Back John this way. Nothing, really? Whole big walkway that way and nothing.
Failure imminent.
Feel way more comfortable fighting there. Cerberus guys to the mechs.
Malfunction detected.
Shepard, there's no let up. The mechs just keep coming.
Stay alive over there.
before I do that. Quick rummage around.
Shepard, get off your ass.
I will, in a second. That second being now.
You can't do this, Commander. There's
Can't
more at stake
do
than you
this.
know. That reactor powers life support systems for dozens of wards across the station. Shut it down and thousands of people perish.
You hearing this, Aria?
Yes, and I don't care. Shut it down. Shepard, don't. Try rerouting power away from the force fields.
Damn it. Hold tight down there.
Rerouting the power to maintain the other systems.
Are you crazy? We're almost spent. Nyreen, watch your flank.
This is who you're working for, Shepard. She doesn't care who gets hurt.
You're the elusive man.
Overload the reactor.
She'd just throw thousands of lives away.
Shepard, Nyreen's down. I'm stabilizing her. You can't reroute power in time. Hit the fucking overload. Now.
This shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something inside is holding you back. Maybe deep down you're starting to think the galaxy might be better off without her. She's never going to learn. She'll never change. Even if you win, Omega loses.
Enough.
Now do it. Did I win? Nyreen dead? I hope she's not. All those running animations were so bad.
All units, battle stations, prepare for attack. Get the demolition crews into position.
Oh. She's alive.
You okay?
Despite your best efforts to kill me, your soft heart almost cost me everything.
Quiet, Aria. It worked. Shepard saved us without sacrificing innocent lives. I applaud him.
I suppose. Whatever. You fought bravely against those mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
Oh.
But?
Why can't you bring that same grit when adjutants attack? It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations.
Lay off. She just saved you.
I'm trying to help her, Shepard. Call it tough love. The war's starting. I don't mean to miss it.
She's never been big on thank yous.
Pain in the bookie, is that, Aria? Pain in the bahookie.
Getting reports. All force fields down. Civilians taking to the streets in droves. Cerberus pulling back.
That won't last.
The people don't have the training to go up against Cerberus front lines. They'll be wiped out.
Civilian casualties can't be avoided. You'll have to accept this.
Say what you will, Aria. I won't allow senseless deaths.
Do what you can to protect them.
Of course, Commander.
Aria, Bray here.
Report.
My team is scouting the maintenance tunnels. We've encountered Cerberus forces escorting engineers.
Oh.
They're moving gear. Look to be setting explosives to the station's central support columns.
Bray, engage. Delay them as long as you can. We're coming.
Got it. Roll out, people.
Let's roll out.
If they detonate the main column, they'll cut off the way to Afterlife. The Talon offensive will be stopped cold.
So we split up.
Yes. Nyreen, lead the frontal assault. Shepard and I will meet you in the markets after we've taken care of those bombs.
Of course. But don't count on me building your memorials if you get yourselves killed.
No, I've already got like 10.
I like it when you're feisty.
The only route to the central column is through the tunnels.
Oh, fizzle sticks. Oh, it just would not fire there. Literally pressing the... Caught in your geography. Oh! That's where I'm supposed to go? No, apparently not.
Reinforcements!
Oofed!
Shutdown imminent. Target acquired.
I always forget I have that ability. The AI hacking one. Oofed. That is touch and go there, folks.
They took up the catwalk, but we can extend the dam in the control room. That should get us across.
Fair enough. See if there's something in this room. I'll be there in a second. Like, it's so many rooms in this DLC that have absolutely hee-haw.
Nyreen here. We've engaged Cerberus and cleared our first target. ETA to the Gozu district is on track.
Excellent.
Karen, found what you wanted. Sending you the coordinates now.
Is that my
couch? Oh my god! Oh, I guessed that's what she was going to say, and I got it. Got it in one. Mostly because it's exactly what I would have said. Is that my couch? How dare you! Go. Oh, actually, nah, I can't save.
We need to get to the central column before Cerberus sets off those bombs.
Cool. Really, that's it? Fair enough. Let's do this.
We're hitting less resistance. I think they're sending forces your way.
They're messing with the support columns. We have to stop them.
Oh, so they did. Fair enough.
Over there. We can get to the bomb controls once the access panels are open. This way.
Okay. They're in a second area. You know how this goes. Loot the room. Always loot the room. Huh? Ah! Stop messing about.
Got it.
Those bombs just went live. The console is locked. We'll have to manually disable them.
Cool.
Take care of the bomb, Shepard. I'll handle Cerberus.
Three left.
Shutdown imminent.
Two more.
Woof. Ah, run.
Just one to go. Let's clear the room.
Fast aid. Did you do it? Oh. Yeah, we did it.
This way, Shepard.
One second.
Over here.
Ammunition.
We're clear.
Good. Nyreen, things are under control here. What's your situation?
We're advancing through the Gozu district.
Ping, ping,
Move
ping.
forward.
Pew,
Keep
pew,
that
pew.
point covered.
Yes, boss.
We're holding our own, but Cerberus has started targeting the civilians.
Ugh.
Reports of casualties are coming in from all sectors.
Save those you can, and head for the rendezvous point. We'll meet you there.
We'll do what we can. Nyreen out.
Then he died.
So how exactly do we get to Afterlife from here?
I'm thinking the straightforward approach, for a change.
Convenient. Actually, save. Just realised how far back it was since I last saved.
Cerberus.
How do you know that? Could be the Talons. Never mind.
So I'm go this way. Oh, nothing on that date, bad. I have a feeling more of those adjutant things are out here.
There are adjutants here. Track our progress and seal the rooms behind us.
Yes, Arya.
Oh, Arya just phased through that door.
Looks like they bit off more than they could chew.
We should get a move on.
That's just silly. There's clearly nothing there. I should be able to jump over that.
Those idiots were experimenting on adjutants.
That explains the ones we saw earlier.
Extra security. The doors only open one at a time.
Makes sense, considering what they had locked up.
Oh no!
Door's unlocked. Let's get out of here.
Ah, woof. I fluffed it. I fluffed
doorway
it, laces and jelly
Gozu
babies.
district. Look out!
Woofed.
Focus on the Atlas!
Way more. What in the blaz blue is that?
Never mind.
Don't let them through.
Look out!
Focus on the Atlas!
No. Oh, Arya's in there. See, whoever decided to put melee on circle and dodge on X needs hitting the head.
Whatever's going on up there, it's not pretty.
Because that is an awful decision. She knew it was coming. What in... What? I'm going to quickly switch to Disruptor. Make my life marginally easier. That was far more difficult than it should have been. Far more difficult. Yeah. That's where I have to go. No, just nice wee bit of extra credits. No pun intended there.
This looks familiar.
I liked it better when Mordin Solus was here shooting up looters.
Mordin is dead.
Pity. He was a very practical kind of Solarian.
Mordin. Gone but not forgotten. Oh!
Take out the turret.
Of course. Wounded's a funny way to describe dead.
We're almost there.
Because you go through... This is where you came down into the Morden recruitment mission. I think. Pretty sure it is.
Friendly's incoming. Irene is waiting for you to mark us.
What?
If that Talon scout hadn't found us earlier, we'd be dead.
That's nice. I hope she's not dead. I've grown kind of fond of Irene. Oh, the Mad Prophet! Before I go there then. Okay. Anything else out here? Aha! Money! Yep. Also save.
Before it is too late, this great station has fallen, and all within shall fall with it.
Mate, I'm standing right here.
We shouldn't be hiding back here. We should be out there fighting with them.
We got this covered. Go, go, go!
Cool. So if I'm not mistaken, we come out here, hang a left, leads us to the
Something's not right.
the front
Cerberus is
afterlife.
still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
Because that never ends badly.
Where's Nyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
She's going on to Afterlife.
We can't keep this up much longer.
They're retreating!
Taking a sweet time to run like 100 feet. Because that's the door that takes you out to the docking bay that Thingy uses. Or the Normandy used. Oh, don't die.
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Loft. Yeah, no kidding. I guess this is it. Folks, the final assault.
Enough! You all!
I have a feeling that's what this is going to...
Petrovsky dies. Now.
Okay. I'm cool with that. finally I get to be seen with my actual weapon out.
Nyreen Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had to die for your petty ambitions.
You're a dead man.
No, wait!
Yeah, that. Oh, big open thing in the middle.
Petrovsky?
Divide and conquer, Commander. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are fully under our control. The prototypes for our future army. Hold the perimeter. Keep Shepard away from those generators.
In fact, switch to the Claymore. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. Wow, the reload on that is shockingly bad. What on earth is going on now?
Keep Shepard away from those generators.
It's still done! Bloody reload! Of course.
You can't stop me so easily.
This side.
Hold the perimeter.
Oh, swizzle sticks. No, will you stop? Oh, whiff. Oh my god, will you shift your bahookie? God.
Hold the perimeter.
Omega's mine! I'm back, fuckers.
Go. Why is the reload on all of my weapons so awful?
Attention all Cerberus forces. Surrender.
I've got to say, I'm I'm not impressed with that at all. Every gun in this game seems to have the worst possible reload speed.
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over.
I don't need the help to play badly, right? It's not a...
Commander Shepard, I surrender myself into your custody.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
Is this true, Aria?
Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken this station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling. I'm letting you live. For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate. Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. T'Loak. I tried talking sense into her one time. I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
Yeah.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking Alliance POWs lead fairly...
Now that I've seen what you're capable of firsthand, maybe Aria's instincts were right.
So, you're going to execute me. I'm your...
After all he's done, it's too risky to let him live.
Don't trust him in the slightest.
Look who's the hard ass now. Priceless.
Bray, clean up this mess.
Oh, man.
I was starting to think you were rubbing off on me, Shepard, but maybe it was the other way around.
Don't get the wrong idea. It's time you turned over a new leaf. Millions are suffering here, and many paid the ultimate price. I hope you'll honor them.
Freedom isn't enough? Tell you what, I'll write myself a memo. And don't worry, I honor my debts. You'll have all the troops, ships, and Ezo that I promised.
Then I'll be going.
Bray will take you back. I have a station to whip into shape.
Fair enough.
Citizens of Omega, hear me. I, Aria T'Loak, have given you back your lives. My rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again.
Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining
Cerberus invaders and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead.
My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change.
That looks bad.
But securing this station and everyone inside is now my primary purpose. No one will imprison us again.
We may be bruised. We may be bloodied.
We are Omega.
You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
Cool. Hey, look, there's Thingy. No, I'm assuming it's him. Just because the character model is identical. Oh, cheers. a memento. Petrovsky's chessboard sent to Normandy just doesn't go with the new decor I have planned for Afterlife. Fair enough. So, I had planned on doing what's it called? Before I get any smart aleck answers, no, not Cumbernauld. Cool. Oh, almost 6,000. Yeah. I was hoping we'd get to do the Perseus Vale stuff. That's going to annoy me because that's going to sit there. I can tell. But I wanted to do that one, get to the Quarians, but getting a bit late in the day, so to speak. Ammo capacity, headshot damage, ammo capacity. Yeah. What level am I at now? 56. Oofed. Security checkpoint, man. It used to take ages because it checked.
Commander Shepard.
Oh, I don't doubt it, man. That does my box in as it is. Never mind it being longer. But anyway, so I'm gonna end here for today, and we'll start on Perseus Vale straight away on Saturday. Because I have a feeling that's also not going to be a short mission. Now, try to stop the Quarians and the Geth from blowing each other up. So, aye. Ooh. Sweet. So aye, that'll be Saturday, 2 o'clock, usual time. Aye. As always, if you haven't already, it'd be great if you could hit the like, I'm going to say like and subscribe, no, the the follow button, because it's very helpful for the channel. And if you follow me on Twitter and follow me at YouTube, that's where I put VODs up on YouTube, and it's Ghostbox Inc. INK. Same with Twitter. That's where I put updates for when I'm going live, or if there's like a change to anything. Also going to be probably putting up a poll next week to kind of decide what we're going to do after Mass Effect 3. It's probably not going to be Andromeda. In fact, it's almost certainly not going to be Andromeda. But yeah, so I'll look into some possible replacements for Mass Effect. Oh, apologies for this yawning, folks. Anyway, so as said, see you on Saturday, hopefully at 2 o'clock. That's GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. But yeah, so that's been Mass Effect 3, and I've been Denzel Washington. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye bye.